Hello. I want to introduce you all to 3 different types of breathing that might help you with relaxation. All these are really super easy things. There's one that needs a little bit of a tool, but in reality, you just need yourself and you'll be able to work on these. So the first one is one you may have heard of before. It's 4 square breathing. And this one's really for someone who is finding that they're holding their breath a lot, or their inhale's a lot longer than their exhale. So maybe someone with like anxiety or stress might find this one really relieving. So the first thing you're going to do is take a 4 count breath in. All right, so you go. And you'll hold for 4. And then exhale for 4. And then hold for 4 again. So we'll try that 3 more times. So breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And that's it. It's pretty simple. At first, the first couple breaths sometimes might feel really awkward and a little bit stressful. You may find that you're not able to hold your breath that long, or breathe in that long, or breathe out that long. But just really aim for that 4 square breath. If you find that it's really helpful, you can actually extend the actual inhale and exhale. You wouldn't really want to extend the holding the breath too much longer. You could easily do like an inhale up to 10, and then hold for 4, and then go down 10, and at the bottom hold for 4. That helps regulate your whole system. Your body responds to quick breathing by thinking something bad is going to happen, and all your stress hormones go up. But if you find that your breathing slows down and is paced, your body starts thinking, oh, actually, I guess everything's fine. I don't need to breathe like I need to run away from something. I'm good. So that can be really helpful. Even though it helps people with anxiety, I would say that if you're someone who's prone to panic attacks, don't push yourself that hard on this. If you start feeling like you can't breathe, or your heart's racing or anything like that, just stop for a minute, give it a little while, and then try again. Hopefully you won't have that reaction, but just in case you do. Another one is alternate nostril breathing, which will seem a little goofy if you've never done it before. But what it's really about is really focusing your breath on one nostril and then the other. And it helps just add a little bit of physical focus. So if the breathing itself and the counting doesn't calm your system down, the focus of the alternate nostril breathing might. Technically, if you're doing it like the correct yoga way, you do ring finger, pinky, and your index finger. You put one on each side of your nose, and you'd be pressing down with index, and then your ring finger, and I'll walk you through the process more, but this is the position. But if that feels super weird, this is just a mudra. This is a yoga thing. You don't have to do this. You could do this if you wanted to. I don't care what you do that works. You choose the position that works for you. I'm going to use the traditional one just because it's the traditional one. So this is a mudra, which is a hand signal, which in yoga has meaning and depth, and it's supposed to help center you. So you would breathe into either nostril, it doesn't matter. And then you'd switch on the exhale. And breathe back in that same nostril you just breathed out of. Switch. Breathe in. Switch. Breathe out. Breathe in. You could do that as long as you wanted. I would say typically 10 alternations is good for most people. It just really slows down your breath, and you can kind of feel all of that breath going into one nostril, then all of it going into the other. If you have sinus problems, you might struggle with that one. So for some people, only one side of their nostril really works very well if they have sinus issues. So be thoughtful around that. If this doesn't work for you, don't try it. The last one, you'll need a straw. This is the only tool you'll need, and this one really kind of requires a straw. You could do something with like your hands and kind of create something similar. You could roll up a piece of paper, but just something that's tubular and long. So for this one, we're going to do a similar type of activity. You're going to start in breathing in through your nose, and then you're going to breathe out through the straw or whatever you have that's straw-like. And first, you're just going to practice that. And you really want if possible, no air to be coming out of your mouth, like outside of the straw, like seeping out the side. You want to really focusing it on the straw. Now I'm going to ask you to count and just see where you're at right now for how long your exhale is. This is one for really working on your exhale breath. So kind of letting go, releasing, and if you need to wind down. So if you're looking not to be activated and like feeling full of energy, but you need to just kind of calm yourself, maybe you're going to bed soon, this is a good one. So you'll count on the exhale to see where you're at. All right, you want to go right to the end of your breath, right till where like your breath stops. So I had 10 counts on my exhale. So on my next exhale, I'm going to aim for 11. And if I were to keep doing this, I would just add 1 count each time, see if I can make it a little bit further. Usually I would not say to breathe in with the straw. If you want to try it and it works for you, great. I find it a little bit weird, and the exhale is really where the emphasis is at. But I've gone up to 60 seconds or longer, or not 60 seconds, I say 60 counts or longer doing this when I was like, I can only get to 5, I'm so stressed, and I was able to make it to like 60, and then I felt super duper relaxed afterwards. So hopefully one of these works for you. They're worth trying. You can do them in the car, you can do them at home, you could, some of them are casual enough that you could try them in class if you're starting to get really stressed or angry. So yeah, give them a shot. If you didn't like any of these, always look it up on YouTube. There's so many different options out there for breathing exercises. These are just the ones I'm most familiar with that I see a lot and that I found help me personally. All right, have a good one.